Three triplet sisters draw attention whenever they visit their village with their mother. One day, an old woman helps one sister after she trips, secretly taking a ribbon from her hair. Later, one sister wakes to find a witch draining her sibling's blood. In the present, Nala wakes to her sister Luna's medical alarm. Their parents, Becca and her husband, rush in to give Luna a calming injection as her mysterious illness worsens. The doctor suggests hospitalization, leading to a heated argument between Becca and her husband. Nala overhears them discussing the hospital, but Becca refuses, feeling previous attempts have failed. The next day, Nala is frustrated when her parents decide to return to Becca's hometown for alternative treatment. A neighbor mentions that other kids are also sick. On their way, they pass a child's funeral. Upon arrival, Becca's mother, Josta, greets them warmly despite her frail state. Nala is annoyed by the lack of a phone signal and reluctantly takes Luna to the garden, where she sees a gardener. After returning inside, Nala overhears an argument between Becca and Josta about the trip. During dinner, Josta questions Becca's husband about their trip, upsetting Becca. He explains that an epidemic in their building has left many children sick, prompting him to seek help for Luna. Josefa becomes suspicious, noting that only Nala and Luna remain unaffected, but Becca quickly diverts the conversation. After dinner, the maid visits the girls and comments on how quiet the countryside is. She brings a dress from Josta, which Nala finds disgusting. When Luna asks for a rural legend, the maid hesitates, saying most are scary, but Luna insists she won't be frightened, so the maid agrees to tell the story of the triplets. Long ago, an evil being visited three sisters in their sleep. A witch drained one sister's blood each night to stay young, causing her severe health issues. To protect her, the other sisters hid scissors under the mattress, believing it would repel the witch. Unfortunately, it was too late, and the witch had already taken too much blood. Desperate, the sisters sought a sorceress in a distant cabin. One sister was scared, but the other was determined to save their sibling. The sorceress offered to teach them how to create a powerful entity called Becca in exchange for riches. Following her instructions, they buried an ostrich egg with the blood of a goat, a snake, and a child under a full moon. On the sixth day, something hatched, and although the sixth sister improved, she never fully recovered. The sisters honored their agreement, but the sorceress kept them as servants, promising to teach them dark magic, which tempted one sister while the other chose to avoid it. While apprenticing, the brave sister discovered her sick sibling's ribbon and realized the sorceress was the witch responsible for her condition. Determined, she planned to kill the sorceress. The story is interrupted when Becca enters, forbidding the maid from telling legends. She leaves the maid alone with Luna while she talks to Nala downstairs. Becca informs Nala they will seek alternative treatment for Luna the next day, which frustrates Nala as she dreads dealing with her bitter grandmother, Josefa. Nala's disrespect grows, and she starts calling Becca by her name, mirroring Becca's behavior towards her own mother. As Becca leaves in frustration, Nala notices her grandmother listening from upstairs. The next day, Becca tells Nala they will discuss matters after returning. The next day, Nala asks the maid about the conclusion of the triplet legend. The maid hesitates, fearing trouble, but Nala reminds her that Becca is away, prompting the maid to continue. She explains that once the sisters discovered the sorceress was responsible for their sister's illness, they sneaked into her cabin. Inside, they found the witch's skin hidden in a pumpkin and covered it with salt, both inside and out, waiting for the witch to return from her flight. Before her death, the witch cast an evil curse on the sisters, proclaiming that envy would lead to their downfall. This curse resulted in a final tragedy. Becca took their mother's life, and the sisters were unaware of their role in her death. The sister who had avoided dark magic tried to atone by killing Becca, but their sick sister remained unwell until the end of her days, leading to a permanent rift between the two sisters. One continued practicing dark magic, while the other vowed to never use it again. The witch's influence spread through the village, forcing them into hiding. The story concludes as Josefa enters the kitchen, instructing Nala to clean the pool if she wants to swim, and reminding her not to ask others for help. Nala refuses to leave Luna, but the maid reassures her that she'll care for Luna, leaving Nala no choice but to clean the pool. Exhausted, Nala returns inside but still has to finish cleaning. Josefa tells her to continue tomorrow before heading upstairs. At midnight, Nala wakes up and goes to the kitchen for a drink when she hears a faint voice calling her and decides to follow it. This frightens Nala, prompting her to run upstairs. In Josefa's room, she discovers witchcraft tools, including Luna's elephant bear pinned with nails. She also finds a witch's skin inside a pumpkin and realizes that Josefa has suddenly disappeared from her rocking chair. Nala wakes from a nightmare and sees someone near Luna's foot. She investigates and finds a witch draining Luna's blood. The witch escapes through the window as Luna has another seizure. Nala wakes up and tries to leave with Luna, but Luna suddenly becomes stiff. Nala goes downstairs to find her grandmother, who is on the phone with Becca. Not noticing the scarf and oversized sunglasses on Josefa, Nala asks to speak to her mother. Later, Nala confides in the maid about her worries regarding her grandmother, suspecting she might be a witch, but the maid dismisses her concerns, noting Josefa's good reputation. As Josefa tends to Luna, Nala explores the house and finds a signal in the attic. She attempts to contact her parents but can't reach them, so she browses through a thick photo album. Suddenly, Josefa appears. She forcefully takes Nala's phone and crushes it, angering Nala. That night, Nala looks through the photo album with Luna and discovers a picture of Becca with Josefa and Becca's grandmother. Later, Nala wakes up to see someone moving under the sheet with Luna, who stops when she realizes Nala is awake. Afterward, the witch returns and resumes sucking Luna's blood. When Nala wakes up, she checks Luna's foot and finds it covered in bite marks and blood. Determined to help, she forces Luna to escape with her. They run into the woods and find the maid and gardener's cabin, but Luna is too weak to continue. Nala reluctantly leaves her outside while she searches the cabin for the maid. Inside, Nala hears moans from upstairs and discovers the maid and gardener engaged in self-harm while performing hormone therapy. Shocked, she rushes outside, only to find Luna having another seizure. Josefa arrives and carries Luna back to the house while Nala fetches a syringe. After stabilizing Luna, Josefa slaps Nala for endangering her sister. Josefa grabs Nala by the hair and locks her in a room beneath the stairs. Though frightened, Nala explores the space and sees the pool. She discovers a strange altar with drawings on the walls. Later, Nala wakes to hear Josefa calling her and is freed from the room. And Nala rushes outside where she finds the gardener's body. Josefa blames Nala for his death, claiming her request for him to clean the pool caused him to fall. Soon after, the police arrive to question Josefa. Nala bursts in, insisting her grandmother is a witch, but the police dismiss her claims. Josefa then shows Nala Luna, who is in a rocking chair with a syringe in her arm as Josefa takes a blood sample. Suddenly, the phone rings, and Nala rushes downstairs, crying as she hears her mother's voice, and Josefa disconnects the call. Afterward, Josefa locks Nala in the room again, but Nala uses a shovel to break down the door. She heads upstairs, takes the scissors from Luna's bed, and stabs Josefa in the leg. Before escaping with Luna, they return to the woods and find a gathering where the maid is with the gardener's corpse. The maid washes her face with blood and then slashes her own throat, while the crowd cheers. Panicked, Nala runs with Luna as Becca dances in a mask and a baka hatches from an egg. Luna suddenly has another seizure, and in her distress, Nala accidentally breaks a syringe. Miraculously, after Becca kisses the baka, Luna comes back to life. The sisters continue until they collapse from exhaustion on the road. Their parents find them and put them in the car. Nala wakes to see Josefa, who blows powder at her, making her vision blurry. Meanwhile, Nala finds photos of Becca and Josefa with their sick sister, revealing that Becca has been sucking children's blood to stay young, causing an epidemic. Josefa pretends to be Becca, telling Nala that her grandmother will stay with them for a few weeks, assuring Becca's husband that Nala is fine. After this revelation, Nala enters Josefa's room, mistakenly thinking her mother is sleeping. While Josefa enjoys a steamy encounter with Becca's husband in the car, Taking advantage of her sister's identity, Nala accidentally pours salt on Becca, unknowingly causing her mother's death. Afterward, Nala cleans herself and puts on Josepha's unsettling dress before heading outside. Josepha notices the dress, but Nala stays silent and enters the car. Later that night, Nala awakens in intense stomach pain and realizes she has gotten her first period. She hears a noise and discovers Becca hidden in a box. Suddenly, Josepha returns from her dark activities. Accepting that her mother is a witch, Nala cries as Josepha embraces her. The film ends with Nala struggling to escape, realizing she unknowingly killed her mother when Josepha calls her Mamita. Did this story spook you out? Let us know in the comments below. For more horror movie recaps, subscribe to our channel and we will see you in the next one. Fear awaits you.